everyone, welcome to a new live stream for the altcoins and for Bitcoin. Welcome everyone. I would like to apologize again. Of course, these times are a little bit hard for me to be very active on the channel to do videos. Therefore, we are doing those live stream every day so we can keep you updated and we can make everything almost in one shot. So let me welcome all of you. Dermot, welcome man, good day. Could you please have a look at BONK? Yes, we can do BONK. So we're gonna see, of course, a Bitcoin and a SUI as main list, just those two. And then we move, of course, with a special request, which is the first one is BONK. Mohammed, welcome. Hey KG, how you doing? AI16, I'm good man, thank you. How you doing? TG, short thoughts on WIF. Let's take a look at WIF again. Is 5.29 minimum on linear. What other targets are possible and how high do you see the possibility of the bullish or more bearish scenario? Yes, of course, we're gonna see everything step by step. Key levels, targets, bullish and bearish scenario, overview, and lower time frame. So you get the whole idea. Illusion Trades, welcome man. I'm doing well, thank you bro. I'm doing well. It's just I have some lot of things right now going on and very busy. But thank you for asking, bro. Archers, hi everybody. Sir, can you look at near? Sure. Okay. Okay, Saad Khan, of course, virtual as usual, Saad Khan. All right, it's a nice chart anyway, so I would be glad to do it. AVAX for Mupi, welcome Mupi, nice to see you, man. If you take a look at BONK, could you double check April 7? That seemed to be the low, but your last reading has that as the end of wave 2. I'm a little confused. Okay, we're gonna see, of course. Hi AB, how you doing, buddy? All right, guys, so let's move on, therefore, with Bitcoin. What's going on with the intraday? With Bitcoin, good morning, better call. Nice to see you, bro. So we're gonna start Bitcoin at 13 minutes. And honestly, sometimes I feel you becoming monoboy, moonboy, for Sui. Well, currently, yes. Currently, yes. I see Sui is very interesting, but it's nerving me a little bit lately with the price action. We're gonna see it. Why? I'm then gonna tell you. It's very. I mean, it's very sideways. After an impulse, it's too much. I don't know why. So we're gonna see, of course, and check. So Bitcoin, basically, in the today analysis, we said, of course, we are inside this triangle potentially for A, B, C, D, and E. Now the wave E, it looks like very short. Now it can be wave E normally can hit only the middle of the triangle, the midline, and then move toward the upside. However, this for me is still very short. Right, so probably that we might still have one more leg before we move toward the upside, or even a little bit longer leg. Nobody knows, but yeah, I think that this is a very corrective. Obviously, it is very corrective, and we're still looking for higher. This is a kind of like confirmation that we are still looking for higher. We didn't took the low, we didn't took the high. We're just ranging, of course, in triangle, and then after wave E. Potentially, it can be finished. Don't forget, it can be, but I doubt it still. Okay, I would like to see a nice wave E and then moving toward the upside. So this is currently for Bitcoin. This is the highest possibility currently playing. Okay, where we have, of course, a triangle. 1, 2, 3 finished here. The wave 3 potentially finished as ending diagonal for a wave 5 here. And finishing wave 3 with it. And you're looking at this triangle for a wave 4 and then moving toward the upside. On a bigger view a little bit, don't forget that we took the high. We're gonna take the high, the all-time high, soon or later. Since the 886 taken from the all-time high to the bottom right now, to the lower low here, is of course giving us at 886 taken. And that means, of course, we're gonna take the high as soon as possible, right? yeah, so basically I'm still looking for this one more leg. Now there are two scenarios that it might end up here. Again, as a reminder, you have ABC for a wave A in the yellow, you got your wave B in the yellow as well, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finishing a wave C around exactly the 1.05, 111k 500. That would be a new all-time high for Bitcoin and a potential move back toward the downside, because of course after an A, a B, and a C expanding flat, you would like to finish of course the bear market. Don't forget that we are looking at new all-time high in a bear market. Incredible, yeah. So very nice bear market, very flat bear market that we are looking at. Definitely it is not an impulse, right? There is no such an impulse like a stairs. So basically we are looking definitely for a corrective wave, which is very intense toward the upside, meaning yeah, we took the 886, meaning yeah, we still have a little bit to take the high. Okay, so that is for Bitcoin right now. There is nothing to add, nothing to reduce even. This is exactly what I'm looking now. WXNY, if you are looking for potential higher than 111k, therefore you have to take of course this pattern and repeat it exactly there. Okay, hitting between the 1.23 1.38, which are the most common targets for a wave B, meaning very possible even to hit those targets. All right, yeah, so that was for Bitcoin intraday. I'm not gonna take so much long. There is nothing much more important than this. For Sui, very annoying for Sui. I mean, he made a very nice impulse here, and he started to range yesterday so much. Like, I know it is corrective, and that means there is nothing bearish, okay? But this kind of like destroy the momentum a little bit for the bullish. And if this transforms into a triangle right now, and this is an impulse, meaning a triangle is not to be allowed to be a wave too. And that means it might transform to A, B, and a C only, which I don't like it. Yeah, this is this is my biggest fears right now, because I was looking, of course, for 1, 2, and which I thought that we got it, and then we move up and then move down again, and resistance again and resistance. It's very annoying. It was like, and the thing is, my trade right now entry is there. Is exactly there. So imagine how much it's playing with my nerves right now. Yeah. But anyway, it is corrective, and that means of course it's gonna move for higher, but I'm looking for really higher, like to take the all-time high. If this is gonna transform to a triangle, that is gonna be a bad news. Yeah, so we're gonna see only a wave C and potentially coming back corrective in a longer sideways. Yeah, horrible. Hopefully not. Now another scenario, well, I don't know if we can take it, but it looks as well a little bit like a leading diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the way 5 didn't took the high, it is allowed in leading diagonal, which it might be of course a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. But we should see a move up, right? We should see a move up. If we don't, therefore, yeah, something else is unfolding, and still, of course, looking for lower somehow in WX and a Y. You know, basically, this is a finished W here, right? You got your X as an zigzag, and you got your Y as a zigzag as well. And that's why I'm looking for higher, especially after an impulse internally. So if we move internally at the 15-minute chart, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost like an impulse, yeah, impulsive wave. However, if this is gonna turn into corrective, it can be, of course, a zigzag X and then zigzag, mean double zigzag for complex structure. Okay. So we're gonna see how the things are going to work. Yeah. So this is for Sui. If we move down, if it still wanna move down, I believe that, yeah, this is, you see, this is this is the only scenario left, for moving for one more leg, which is a potential A and then B, right? And then we're looking at the wave C, of course, in ending diagonal. However, what's going on here is horrible for an ending diagonal. It cannot really be. Okay. Sorry for the noise. All right. Let me check what do we have. Okay, honestly, sometimes, okay. Theta updates. Okay, let's add theta. Yeah, so that's it for SUI. Nothing yet. For the bearish ending diagonal might be still, and then moving toward the upside. But obviously it is very corrective toward the downside, meaning there is nothing yet bearish, guys. GC, good morning all. Welcome, man. Nice to see you. Dai Nguyen. Okay. Can you take a look at Mudeng? No, man. Sorry, bro. Yeah, it's up almost 1K. Yes, I know. It can do this, of course. It's a new coin, and I think I took a look at it before, and yeah, it's very fresh coin, and we don't analyze those coins, man. We need data for Elliott wave. Okay, and it's very risky, of course. So good for you. If you took the trade, man, of course you can do it, and yeah, good luck with it, bro. But yeah, sorry for not being able to enter with these coins. Render must be on the list. Yes, of course, render has to be on the list. That's true. Dreaded balls seems to do an ABCDE, right? Yes, it's a triangle. Yes. Sorry, I'm a bit late to the stream. No worries. You're very welcome at any time. MT, nice to see you, bro. It wouldn't be myself not asking for JASMY. Can you check a H4? Do you mean JASMY or the chart hourly 4? Yes, I think this is what you mean. Okay, and okay, Siri Venkat, Polygon, MATIC, okay. Okay, all right. So yeah, that was it for SUI. Basically, we finished SUI at I think 17 we started, right? Okay, let's do BONK at 23 minutes. Sterling, nice to see you, man. Welcome to the live stream. All right, let's do BONK. I think we have BONK. Yes, here we go. GC BTC seems to range like this at it work on dominance. Yeah, I checked the dominance today. It's forming the wave 2, right? The wave 2 after a wave 1. Yeah, so basically it doesn't matter so much. Bitcoin is gonna move for higher, and the alts will move even for higher. It will simply outperform Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean Bitcoin will not take the all-time high. Yes. Hubert Miranda, I'm really confused by your Bitcoin ABC count idea for the move up. Okay. Since the April low 335 ABC correction is only possible in a flat pattern, but this is obviously not a flat. Yeah, this can be, of course, what you mean. Well, if you want to take it 335, when you talk about like a regular flat, right? You're talking about like just getting the one-to-one fib level, right, from here to here. But in Bitcoin, what we are looking at here, let me go back to Bitcoin. Sorry, BTC. Good question, by the way. Very interesting too. All right, so basically what you are looking at here is a zigzag. Okay, it's a leading diagonal, correction, impulse. So this is a finished zigzag. This is your wave A. Okay. Now what you're looking at is another 3 waves or three waves here or correction for a wave B, and you are looking at another impulse. So three waves, 5 waves up. If you are seeing that, okay, it has to be a regular flat, it's not necessarily always. Okay, it's not always necessarily to be like just a flat like this. Okay, it is very it is very probable to have a flat in an extended wave C toward the upside. Okay, so if you, I know what you mean. This is a very regular flat, by the way. Yeah, but yeah, you have three waves here. You have correction and you get an impulse. It's still a flat, if you want to call it a flat. All right, so yeah. But at the end, the form is WX and a Y. Okay, if it continues toward the upside, it is a WX and a Y in double zigzag. That's why it gives the highest possibility with an X in between. So is it better now? All right. So okay. Basically, is this corrective? Then can only be WX and Y correct. A higher possibility, but you cannot just say like, oh, this cannot be a 1 2 3 4 5 A, B, and a C, because it can be. Okay, yeah, so it can be. You cannot just eliminate the possibility. Okay, Miranda. All right. Is Sui forming a diagonal? Hopefully that it is a diagonal. It can be also triangle, because the price is a little bit tricky. Ricky, hey KG, could you do BGB and FET? Yes, we can do. Okay, let's move on, guys. BGB and FET, sure. Okay, with BONK, we will waste the time again for BONK. So at 27, we start BONK. Okay. All right. Okay, so what we have on BONK, we have 1 2 3 4 5 on the lower time frame. What does it mean on a bigger time frame? Okay, let me add all of this. All right, here we go. Okay, on a bigger time frame, you are in a possible 1 2 3 4 and a 5 toward the upside. Okay, and basically you are in your wave 5. You would like to see an impulse, definitely. So that's why we are looking at the lower time frame at an impulse, very easy one. So BONK, yes, is showing a potential of formation of a wave 1 here. However, again, same problem. Your wave 1, your wave 5, everything is not finished yet. Okay, and why? Because if you are looking here at 1 2, you have 1 2 3 4. I don't see any wave 5 there. Okay, you need to see an impulse. I see only 3 waves, and that means, of course, this is still a corrective wave 4 before the wave 5. Potentially, if we move inside it, we should have finished. We should have finished this WX and a Y again. WX and a Y, same as Sui, the same one as Sui. But still having some trouble here. So I don't know why. Knowing that this is also kind of leading diagonal, ABC wave 2 should be finished. Well, this is an impulse again. Now, if this is an ABC tricky one and then moving very high, okay, hopefully. All right, we're gonna see. But yeah, basically, you're still looking for higher. Your target for BONK is do we have a target here? Okay, key level. Okay, that's true. Okay, yeah, your target is 1.618, meaning definitely taking the high. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's good. So you would like to see 1 2 3 4 and a 5 anyway. Yeah, so only your wave 3 has to be 1.618, meaning your wave 3 should take the high already, and then looking for 4 and a 5 later on. Okay, and that means higher. Okay, so that's good for BONK. All right. Next is AI at 29. Okay, let's put it 30 or so. Okay. Injective is okay. Let's put injective as well. Yes. All right. So AI, right? AI 16. Okay. Well, it's a nice chart for AI. Definitely, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are looking at a potential wave A or a wave 1 finished. You are looking after this at W, X, and a Y again, of course, where you have finished a wave B or a wave 2. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, a wave 1, and then wave 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside, finishing a wave 3, and then, of course, 4 and a 5. Targets are between, of course, to hit the 1.618 and the 121 fib level in case you are not just an ABC, of course, as a wave C here. Your wave 3 would like to hit, of course, the 4.33. Both targets will take the all-time high. Okay. Currently, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You finished the wave 1. You're still looking for a wave 2 on the lower time frame. So if we move inside it, so we can see, of course, clearly that we have finished a wave 1 in this case. We have hit, of course, the target for a wave 5 perfectly in the blue box, and you are looking at an impulse for a wave A here. 4 and a 5 to finish a wave A, then B, and then a C, then hitting perfectly the blue box as expected. A, B, and a C. Okay, so all right, let's put it in this one. All right. Yeah, basically the timing is still, of course, requiring, and the fib levels are still requiring, some time, right? Okay, that was for AI. Target, of course, for wave 2 are 0.23 minimum, of course, minimum. Don't forget, you might range even for longer time. You don't know. You might get a triangle wave B, then wave C. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Z, band and a quantum, I think. Okay. Q G1. Okay, guys. Anything more will be, of course, for the next live stream. Yeah, so that was for AI. Let's do with 32 minutes. Okay. So with. All right. So for with, yeah, we are already almost in the perfect time. We have hit already enough targets for a wave 4, which is 0.23. I think someone asked me about this right now. And we are looking, of course, here for, sorry, yeah, sorry. We are looking for a wave 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, definitely to hit, of course, for higher, taking the all-time high. We have double 1, 2 here, don't forget, right? So we have, of course, 4 and a 5. Yep, so basically I would say Sui, not Sui, sorry, Sui is always in my head. That's true what you said, man. I'm becoming a Sui Mumbai. So what do we have here is, of course, a wave 4 almost finished and can be not finished. So be careful as well, guys. Yeah. In the bearish scenario, be careful that you might still move for lower. Why? Because the timing taken from the wave 2 here can, of course, still need some time. Yeah. 0.618. Okay. So be careful with it. All right. And I think it will do. Yeah. It will reverse again. I think so. Okay. Now, I know you see some higher prices, but I don't think this is an impulse. Yeah. If you take a look at it, it doesn't look really like an impulse unless, of course, it makes one more leg, 4 and a 5. Okay. Be careful. Meaning you are in A, B, and a C again, or WX and a Y, or a zigzag. Yeah. So it can be a impulse, correction, and impulse. Yeah. Yeah, be careful with it. Be careful. It's just about timing. And don't forget that you still even can get the high with an expanding flat. So, yeah, very tricky. We don't have for width. Let me check some indicators. We don't have KGT for width. That's the problem. because the platform doesn't offer it, not me. Okay, so all-time high, sorry, overbought area, also overbought area, and you still didn't took the high. You didn't took the all-time high, and that is a signal. Yeah, so be careful. Okay, on the 4-hour chart, okay, we see momentum. Okay, it still can move for higher, of course. Yes. Be careful on the daily. You are already in the overbought, but it doesn't mean that it can enter again. Okay, and the signal is still open, so I would say it's just gonna move. For oh, is it moving right now or okay? I saw it moving a little bit for higher already. Yeah, I think it is impulsive. I think it is impulsive. The daily is very clear signal. Okay, it's still very open for higher. Okay, so that means yeah, you might see a wave 3 until there directly. Okay, in our meaning wave 4 is finished. Okay, and I think we mentioned yesterday that because we have a flat as a wave 2, not very deep, you got a deeper wave 4, and that's why you might move faster. Yes, that's true. Sorry, I forgot this also right now. That is the thing. Yeah, you have a flat wave 2 as alternation with wave 4. You have a zigzag, which is very fast and moving towards the upside. So yeah, you might continue directly. Sorry to nag, but could you recheck that bottom on a BONK on 7 April? Bro, BONK is the most clearest chart ever we did in this live stream. But I'm gonna go for it for you, man. But it's a very clear chart, man. So I don't know, 7 April. Which time frame? 7 April. You mean this one? 7 April. Yeah. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it, man? You mean we took the low here, right? There was this one. You mean this one? Is it okay? Yeah. Very possible. Sorry, I didn't realize this. You're right. Let me check. Did we took the low? Yeah. Of course, yeah. You're right, man. But the impulse here is very right. So you're still in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and wave 1. Exactly. It's the same. I don't know why we have double 1, 2 here. I think it's an old one, and I didn't realize it. Okay, yeah. So very true. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but still the same. Still nothing has changed. It's still the same. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You're still looking for a wave 5 to finish a wave 1. That was an additional wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for later on. But it looks like the low was taken later on, and I put this as 1, 2, and later on it took the low. I didn't realize it. Okay, sorry, man. Thank you for telling me this. All right. Yes. So near. For near, we start at 39. For near. Yes. Okay. For near, what we are looking at right now is a very complex structure after W, X, Y, X, and a Z. We are looking at A, B, and a C toward the upside. Okay. So we have, yeah, I don't like the structure here, but still can be, of course, an impulse. But I don't like it, to be honest. I see it a little bit much more as WXNOY, so be careful. Brackets, magenta, all right. We said brackets, okay. Okay, so WXNOY as well is a potential scenario, guys. Be careful. Why? Because now in all case scenarios, you're looking for higher again. Yeah, in all case scenarios, meaning bullish or bearish. Why? Because if you are in ABC for a wave A, you have your wave B, your wave C is, yeah, not really nice, right? And you're still corrective, meaning you're still looking for higher, potentially in a zigzag, which is W, X, and a Y, zigzag correction, zigzag, okay? That is for near right now. Now, for impulse or for bullish, we are looking at 1 2 1 2 and then 1 2, very low possibility, guys. Yeah, triple 1 2 cannot be, and also expanding diagonal is very rare case scenario. Very rare case, meaning later on it's gonna appear that it was WXY or it was something else. Okay, so it's very rare to see a diagonal as an expanding. I'm talking about like 0.5 to 1% to see it. Right, thanks, mate Dermot. Very welcome, man. Thank you for pointing at this. All right, so yeah, so basically we have corrective wave, guys. I don't see really an impulse yet, unless we see something like explosion, yeah, after the 1-to-1 fib level. So my targets, I would say, be careful that we have hit also the wave C here, yeah, in case we are in a wave C, but I doubt it because I see correction still. So basically one more high. Be careful, we might get this as a target for a wave Y. Okay, here we go, 1-to-1 fib level. So if you get this, we might move down, guys. In an overview, what does it mean moving down? Okay, let me check on the daily basis. Okay, here we go. All right, yeah, those are the scenarios. Yes, here for a wave 2, potentially in A, B, and a C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it still can be. Still can be a zigzag here. Bigger WX and a Y. So it will not be ABC anymore. It will transform to zigzag, flat, and another zigzag. Okay, WX and a Y. Hopefully not. It's a bad structure for near. Basically, on the daily, you are looking at a potential triangle, and be careful. Oh, this is the scenario. Okay, this is the scenario. If you are in a triangle, guys, A, B, C, D, and an E, the wave E is toward the upside, and after the wave E toward the upside, you would like simply to move lower. So be careful. Okay, and this might be the wave E. Okay, so we have to be careful from it. Otherwise, we are in A, B, and a C after, of course, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 3 waves down, moving toward the upside, and meaning this can be a wave C in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, as an ending diagonal to finish A, B, C after 3 waves up here, 3 waves down, and continuation for higher. Yeah, so this is what does it mean on the lower time frame. Okay, meaning if we hit only this area, this 1-to-1 fib level at 4.18. That might be very, very bearish, guys. You would like to see this area overshooted, okay? You would like to see it overshooted, of course, to say that you are bullish from there. And that means, of course, that, okay, we can consider 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, yeah, it can be a wave 3 maybe, but it can be. If you want to consider the wave 3, 4, and a 5. But that will finish ABC. Or WX and Y. Zigzag, correction, zigzag, right? Again. So, yep, we have to be careful, okay? We have to be careful with near. Higher potential, of course, in all case scenarios, meaning in the bearish and the bullish, to move for higher right now. But after this, you might continue toward the downside again. That was for near. Okay, next. At 44, we have virtual. Okay, let's do virtual. All right, so virtual is a nice chart, also, of course, very, very impulsive. We see a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Let me open the daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We are currently in a wave 5 toward the upside, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And basically, we have, of course, potentially an impulse finished. I'm gonna move inside it, but I'm estimating here potentially a wave 5 is gonna be somehow like this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so this wave 5 right now on the 2 hour chart. Yeah, obviously you are very corrective here, meaning you're still looking for higher. That means you did not finish the wave 5 yet. Yeah, obviously we have already this as corrective. 1, 2, 3. You're looking at W, X, and a Y. Okay. Yeah, we analyzed this yesterday. If you remember, a very, very signal of a bullish trend, a bullish chart here, very, very bullish chart, is that you might have a W and X toward the upside potentially, and here is your wave Y. Yeah, and then moving forward, whatever is gonna happen, even if you take the low again, this is a wave 4. And I believe it should take the low a little bit, because imagine the wave Y is finishing very high, meaning the wave 4 is finishing very close to a wave 3, right, in levels. Now, okay, it took the low here, it took a deep price, but what you're looking here is a continuation for the wave 4, right? So if we finish here as a triangle, that is and I doubt it. It has just broke the triangle, and that because you see that Elliott wave never mistakes. Yeah, because it's really incredible to finish a wave 4 here as a triangle, which is on the same level as a wave 3. Horrible, right? So that's why it's still trying to move toward the downside a little bit, because yeah, it still need a little bit deeper. And I believe that it will not take the low. It's gonna finish kind of like this, okay, as kind of like a running flat, okay, but in WX and a Y. But it will look like a running flat. Yeah, so basically what you are looking at here is a wave Y. It can be starting from here, by the way, ABC, finished, or one more leg, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would like to see ending diagonal, because it has already interfered, meaning nothing is impulsive toward the downside, okay? And that's why I'm saying it's gonna finish somewhere here and start to move toward the upside for virtuals. Very interesting chart, okay? I believe that it can move at any time, guys. There is no fib levels here that you can just watch and so on. There is a structure that it can be finished at any time in this area, and then moving toward the upside, okay? Yeah, so have a plan and strategy for this, of course. All right, very nice for virtual, interesting one. So 48, we have AVAX. Okay, for AVAX, let's see this one. Here we go. Okay, so on the daily, let's start with the overview always, for the spot holders as well. So on the daily, what we are looking at is several scenarios on this chart. We have, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. A, B, C, a D, and an E, and finishing wave E, and then moving toward the downside. Okay, this is your bearish, which is still looking, of course, for one more leg toward the upside, and then, of course, continuation for lower in case you are in a triangle. Now this can be kind of like a read as an impulse, as a wave 1 or a wave A. In this case, you are looking at a finished WX and a Y here, and you're moving simply toward the upside in A, B, and a C. Okay. Now we see an impulse also here. You can see kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah, what is 1, 2, right? Like, I mean, you would like to see this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning A, B, and a C, kind of, or W, X, and Y internally. So I don't see an impulse here. This is a problem. Knowing that it is an impulse, correction impulse again. All right, so basically what I'm looking at here is a potential A, B, and a C as well. Can be, guys, it can be, of course, in case you are in a 1-2, but hard to see. Or, yeah, why not taking this only as an impulse, for example, wave 1, then how we read this correction? A, B, and a C, expanding flat, B, and a C. Yeah, it can be. Why not? Yeah. Expanding flat wave A, 3 waves toward the upside, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 wave C. Yeah, it can be a wave 2. It can be a wave 1, 2, by the way. But the wave 1 should be here, by the way. Okay. That I organize it, I put it always over each other just to not be like so spread everywhere with the labels. But actually, in reality, it is there. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. Yeah. So also I put an ending diagonal here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is also a possibility, yes. Okay. But yeah, very low one, very low one. Like, I mean, imagine this A, B, and a C. Look at the wave C, how much huge it is in front of the wave A and the wave B. So the timing, the scale, everything is just like shifting out of this scenario. So definitely not. So I prefer to remove it actually. But if we move lower, that means of course you simply finish the wave E here, yeah, and then move down. Let's move inside it for much more insights for the price here. Okay, on the lower time frame, yeah, again, the same what we saw before, ABC potentially, because of course you didn't reach the 1-to-1 fib level yet, and you are looking here at a potential 3 waves, by the way, A, B, and a C. Your wave C, of course, can be finished or can be still not finished, and that means opening the scenario for W, X, and a Y. I'm gonna reduce the things here and just add W, X, and a Y. Okay. Your wave Y has to hit the 1-to-1 fib level. Yeah, which it should be in confluence with this one somehow. But you would like to see potentially, in case you have finished this correction, maybe a little bit lower, it might have confluence with this area. Okay, $30. Okay, $30. Now, if we are in an impulse, because I added a wave 1 here, I was estimating, okay, we saw some move toward the upside. 1, and then wave 2. Yeah, I mean, it has to be W, X, and Y, right, as a wave 2, because you didn't took the low, by the way, which is turning a little bit to running flat, but also it can be W, X, and Y. Then moving towards the upside as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, you would like to see, of course, simply continuation toward the upside. Yeah, in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Meaning key level. This is your key level. If broken and overshooted, you are in a wave 3. Okay? If you move down impulsively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 waves up, continuation, that is your bearish scenario calling there. Okay, so yeah. I'm taking a look at SUI. It's dumping again. I don't know what's going on with this guy. Okay. A, B, and a C. Yeah, potentially. Okay, we're gonna see. It might be, of course, therefore 1, 2, or simply moving down for ending diagonal, which is very ugly, right? It's gonna be very ugly if that happened. All right, we're gonna see. No problem. What we have next? So next is theta, okay, which is at 54. Okay, theta then. USD, I hope that it's a nice chart. Okay, man, I think You asked me about this before, and I don't like it, right? So please don't ask me about it because it's not a good shot. Let me check. April 18, is that an impulse? Also not. And this is not the whole chart, right? The other one was much more all-time history, I think, on crypto.com. Here we go. Okay, that is 18. I think this is all-time history. Okay, what was? Okay, that is okay. Sorry, that chart was showing only this. Okay, so I think on crypto.com is good, not bad, but I mean it's not very impulsive. Yeah, you don't have an impulse. You have ABC here, or WXNY, but basically a ABC zigzag. Okay, so what you have here is potential A. You are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, this is an impulse, meaning not finished yet. Okay, so your correction is not finished yet. That's why it's not good as well. So you have potentially here 1, 2, and then your wave 3 finished here. You got your wave 4. This is your ending diagonal wave 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished. And then you have, of course, after that, a correction, 3 waves, obviously, right? A, B, C. And now you start an impulse again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Obviously, you're finishing again, whether in double 1, 2 or ending diagonal. Probably it is an impulse. Why? Because your wave 3 is already longer than wave 1. So ending diagonal is not allowed. And that means you're looking for a huge impulse again toward the downside. So be careful. Not a good chart again. Okay? Because why? Because you don't have a direction. You don't have an impulse toward the upside. Okay? So that's why. So be careful with this chart. You're moving toward the downside, definitely at 1-to-1 fib level, and that means, of course, the bottom. Okay? So very simple. To the bottom. Here, this is your ABC here. This is your wave 1, which is almost in this area. Okay, to the bottom, back to there. That is not good. So be careful with trading this, especially with spot. Okay, that was for theta. And please, I don't really like to analyze such a chart because yeah, you know, it's not healthy, not good for the spots as well. Yeah, it is very risky. Okay. Okay, so 58 minutes for render. Okay, there are plenty of coins which are very easy to trade, guys. Okay. Hi, Alfonso. Nice to see you. Buongiorno. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1 or a wave A, ABC for a wave 2 or a wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again for a wave C, meaning 3 waves up here, and then you're looking at 3 waves down, continuation toward the upside for a wave C. Impulsively, of course, you would like to see a very high impulse, right, for a wave C. Other scenario is a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You would like to see a wave 5 after a wave 4 here in 3 waves hitting the blue box, and then continuation for higher. Finally, you have a double 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You hit the 0.38 taken from the start of the 1 here. Minimum target is 0.38, has been hit. ABC 1-to-1 fib level in confluence, moving toward the upside impulsively and explosively for a wave 3. Bearish scenario is, of course, having a corrective wave A, B, and a C, and then continuation toward the downside. After, of course, having a ABC 3 waves finished, right? 3 waves up again, and then wave C toward the downside. Okay, it's a longer bearish scenario. Now, if we move a little bit to the 2 hours chart, we can see, of course, this scenario unfolding, whether you have a 1, 2, or an A, B, and a C, right? Be careful, the A, B, and a C is the scenario that I was warning about it, of course, for a longer term bearish scenario. Now, it is not necessarily that it is unfolding, it can be something else as well unfolding. Now, we see here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, which is a wave A potentially, or a wave 1. You got a wave 2, very corrective wave, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 3 waves down, which is WX and Y very clearly. The problem, we did not hit the 0.38 even on the linear chart, okay? On the linear chart, we did not hit it as well. And that means, of course, this is definitely a wave B for a zigzag or a flat. Or, the only case scenario it can still be, of course, is a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Formation of a wave 1, and then 2, and then explosion toward the upside. Unless we're moving for a wave C, guys. This might be your wave B here, right, in the magenta. And I'm gonna remove those because it became useless, right now anymore, so we don't need it. I'm gonna remove this as well so you can see the counting, okay? Wave B, and then you're looking for a wave C, meaning, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in a zigzag. Okay. If this happened, meaning we have to be careful from a bearish scenario, okay? Because this wave B here is saying something, okay? That, hello, I'm 3 waves, okay? And then because we did not hit the minimum target for a wave 2, now, of course, it's a guideline, it's not a rule, but very rare case scenario, okay, that we have a wave 2. It happens mostly in Bitcoin, but not in other altcoins yet. I don't know if this is gonna take this characteristic, but I doubt it. All right, that was for render. Currently, I'm still looking for higher in all case scenarios. Yeah, so if you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or if you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, you're looking for a wave 5 as well. Okay, in all scenarios, I'm bullish for render. Let's see JASMY. Okay, JASMY. Let's start with the daily. Okay. Again, JASMY, I don't like the chart since it has started with a downtrend directly 3 waves. It's not really nice. And then ABC toward the upside. And then, of course, yeah, formation of a potential 3 waves again in case, or an impulse. Yeah, so be careful with it. So W, X, and a Y can be finished, of course, here. But if you are in A, B, and a C, you have to be careful from an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is your bearish scenario here. Your bullish scenario is, of course, a finished W, X, and a Y. You would like to finish a W, X, and a Y here, and you're looking for a potential 1, 2 here. Yes, 1, 2. But what is my wave 1? Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Wave 1 should be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. W, X, and a Y for wave 2. Moving for higher in a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Okay? Meaning wave 1, A, B, C for wave 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Okay? Internally, if you move inside it, we see, of course, the following price. Let's take the 2 hours. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Very nice impulse, finished toward the upside, whether a wave A or a wave 1. Again, almost the same like render on the logarithmic chart, the 0.38 not hit. But if you take the linear on JASMY, it is hit. Okay, it is taken. So the possibility goes still, of course, for a wave 2. And then potentially you are looking here at 1, 2, and then continuation simply towards the upside. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that was for JASMY. I'm still looking for higher in all case scenario. Now, if it's gonna move with the scenario of render, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 leading diagonal, okay, it can be. Yeah, still looking for higher, right? So, still looking for higher. Okay, is that an impulse? All right, let's label this, guys. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. That's horrible. Okay, 4 and a 5. Okay, so nothing is impulsive in this whole wave here. Neither even a diagonal cannot be read in here. So definitely this is a correction. And still looking for a wave 5. Invalidation is taking, of course, the wave 1. Okay, invalidation of bullish, having, of course, this wave 1. Cool. Now, if this is gonna be a very deep one, so that would be problematic. Hopefully not. Wave 4 impulse. Here we go. Okay, you have already hit the 0.5, so it's a very low fib level. Yeah, it should move higher. Otherwise, there is a problem there. Okay. Plus, you have a wave 2 very deep and very short in time. So I don't know why the time is getting bigger and why it is getting, well, I cannot say actually it is a deep correction. It is a flat at the end. So there is alternation, but the timing is horrible, right? So the timing is not good. So be careful. Be careful with it, okay? It might be another scenario that can be this one, okay? So as we said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I doubt it. In render, it looks a little bit much nicer, but it still can be. Why not? I mean, at the end, it should look nice. Yeah, don't forget the guideline from Elliott Wave. It should look nice. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Another scenario. Yeah. Yes, it can be. Even it can be, guys, zigzag for wave 1, 2, ABC for wave 3, 4. Well, this is a mess here. I would like to see a zigzag, but you cannot really see an impulse for a zigzag C here. But visually, it is a perfect leading diagonal as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Meaning wave 1, potentially wave 2. So I'm going to keep it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to watch this. Be careful, you might have wave 2, therefore deeper. And that's why you might see, of course, invalidation of bullish, meaning of this impulse. But that means, of course, that was a wave 2 and not a wave 4. And that means, of course, after finishing a 1, 2 as a leading diagonal, you might see, of course, higher prices. Yeah, very interesting. So yeah, good to keep all scenarios there, right? To think about it. If you take this invalidation, higher potential that you are in a wave 2. This is the next step. To invalidate this step, of course, you want simply to take the 886 or the low. And that means, of course, we're done. It's finished. Okay. Or it can be, of course, a deeper wave 2, because this wave 2 can be a big wave 1, 2, and then moving toward the upside. All right. But meaning, of course, you're bearish. You're looking for lower. Can you check lower time frame for render? We didn't. We didn't check render lower time frame. I think. Yeah, for render we hit already the 1-to-1 fib level. Now okay, the only bullish scenario here that I see is, of course, again a leading diagonal. meaning potentially you're still looking for one more leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, okay, for a wave 1 formation. All right. Yep. So in case you are bearish, A, B, and a C finished, or W, X, and a Y, and you're moving down. You're taking the low. Okay. All right. So that was for under lower time frame. JASMY also finished. We start JASMY, I think, at 1 hour. All right, guys. MATIC. Let me check. Okay. Okay, so MATIC USD. It's very boring today, the price action. Very boring. Right? SUI again. Dumping and pumping. Okay, so for MATIC, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Potentially your wave 5 is still unfolding. Otherwise, yeah, we are looking well, but the wave 4 did not. Okay, don't forget the ABC, guys. Yeah, always keep it in mind. Well, actually, it's not anymore ABC. It is W, X, and a Y, right? So keep it in mind as well, where you might have, of course, a zigzag and another zigzag, and of course a flat in between. Okay. Now, in a bullish scenario, you would like to see an extended wave 5. That because I think your wave 3 is short 1. Let me check. We are in MATIC, right? Yes. Okay. Wave 3. Oh, yeah. I mean, you didn't hit it 100%. The 1.618. So, yeah. Here we go. Let me check the fibs. Yeah, it is hit exactly at the 1.618 actually. 100% hit, all right? So basically, it can be very, very good wave 3. However, your wave 4 is given already, and you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say, yeah, be careful that a wave 5 is finished even. Yeah, be careful from this scenario. Remember, wave 5, normally, there is no rule about it to take the fibs, okay, that I give. But this is the most common that it might happen. But don't forget that a wave 5, by just taking the high of a wave 3, it's done in 5 waves, of course. If it did it in 5 waves, it's done, it's finished, okay? And internally, let's take a look if the wave 5 is finished. Wow, horrible. What a price action. I mean, what a chart. You cannot really see the candles, but it can be basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, okay? It is an overshooting wave 5, but it might not be longer than the wave 3 here. Well, visually, I don't know. You cannot really get good vision here on MATIC. I don't know why. Okay. So basically, if you have finished here a wave 5, you are looking therefore at a wave 1 finished as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is an upgraded scenario here. Okay. Your wave 2, I believe we have finished here. Your wave 2 might be, of course, A, B, and a C. And we're looking at, here we go. Wave 2 impulse. Yeah, here we go. You're very close for the 0.38, which is the minimum target. Your timing for a wave 2 would be almost the 0.38, so wave 2. Okay, you would like to hit this blue box, starting from there. Okay, starting from here at 23 May. Okay. Yes, so let me put this, all of it in one group, one folder. All right. That is for MATIC. In a bigger view for MATIC, okay, you are in a big impulse toward the upside, potentially. Let me check. Yes. Yeah, you are in potential 1, 2, 3, and you're looking at this very long extended wave 4, which is understandable based on the wave 2. And wave 2 is very flat, W, X, and a Y, meaning, of course, your wave 4 might be deeper, and that's why you're still looking for lower. But it might explode soon or later. Okay? Et voila. That was MATIC. Okay. All right. So 1 hour 14. Okay. You're very welcome, Funk. Funk or Funk? Funk, I think, in English. Funk is German. So BGB. All right. Okay. All right. So BGB. Hey. Wait a second. It has been a long time. I didn't look at. Okay. It looks like it is moving for higher. Very interesting coin for of course only for spot holders, guys. Yeah, like Funk, exactly. Guys, BGB is very interesting coin, but only I think for spot holders, and that because it has a very high potential, of course, to move for how many x? 6x. Yeah, 6x's, and that means, of course, you are at $5 right now. We might move to the $30. Why? I'm gonna explain why. Because in bullish and bearish scenario, you need this leg toward the upside. First, ultimate bullish, you have triple 1-2s here. You have, of course, a big wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish a wave 3. Then 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5 toward the upside because you have triple 1-2s, right? So your wave 3, which is the most impulsive and explosive, and obviously it is, you would like to finish, of course, this wave 5 toward the upside, okay? Basically, in this case, you would like to hit the $30 as well. Do we have a bearish scenario here? Yes. Another bearish scenario is that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished impulse for a wave A here. You have a wave B finished. You are looking for a wave C. Your wave C will even reach higher than $30 in this case scenario, which is bearish scenario A, B, and a C. Okay. Second scenarios, more scenarios, is also one single 1-2 here. You are looking at your wave 3 toward the upside, where your wave 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4 sideways, and this is your wave 5 extended because you got a short wave 3. Wave 4 did not interfere with the zone 1, so everything looks perfect. Sideways characteristic for a wave 4, very nice. And then wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, so you still need this leg toward the upside, hitting the 1-to-1 fib level for a wave 5. $30, very psychological number, very nice chart, right? Bullish, bearish scenario again, another bearish scenario is an A, 3 waves this time. Rather than having 5 waves A here, I got the wave A there, okay? That's different. 3 waves up, correction sideways for a wave B. You're looking for a wave C, impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much beautiful is that? In all case scenarios, this coin is simply bullish, even in the bearish one. Therefore, it is a must to take, of course, this area. Cool. Currently, on the lower time frame for this coin, we are looking at the following scenario. Yes, we are moving on, guys. We're moving on with it. We have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Obviously, in leading diagonal for a wave 5 here, we have already a leading diagonal wave 1, 2. This is your wave 3 unfolding as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yep. And after this live stream, I think I have some spots on Bitcoin. I'm gonna move some of it to this coin. Personally, no financial advice, but very interesting. All right. Yeah, so that was for BGB. Thank you for who reminded me for BGB. Very interesting one. All right. So 1 hour 18. Let's take a look at FET at, I think that was even before 16. 1 hour, now we are at 19 or 20. Okay. All right, so FET. Okay, let's start with the daily. Let's start with the overview for the bullish and bearish, and for the spot holders. Here we go. All right, FET, very interesting one. Now, okay, it's a good chart. I love it. But the characteristic of FET, it is a little bit fat ass, okay? Like very slow, yeah, very slow to move on. Like, but when it move on, it explode. But to unfold this scenario is a little bit slow, okay? But it is on it, okay? It is on it. However, in a bigger overview, you're very bullish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal. You're looking for a wave 5 toward the upside. High and sold. Nice to see you, bro. 3 ways, of course, toward the downside, finishing wave 4, and then continuation for a wave 5 in a leading diagonal. Another scenario is finish W, X, and a Y, because, of course, you potentially have a complex structure here as well, which is corrective, let's say, and then you have 3 waves corrective, and then again, obviously, a zigzag. And that means, of course, you finished a wave Y here in 3 waves for a wave A, and then B, and you're looking for a wave C. Okay, so this is the second bullish scenario. Your third bullish scenario is a potential leading diagonal here as a wave 1, 2, and you get a double 1, 2s after it, and you're looking for a very impulsive wave 3 towards the upside. Okay, currently on the lower time frame, we are looking, of course, for some move towards the upside, but I don't like the wave 3 is very short. We're gonna get to it, but let me explain also the longer bearish scenario, which is, of course, one more move toward the downside. Of course, where you have a 3 waves up, potentially, where you have a wave A from here if you want, 3 waves for the B, and then you have kind of like 3 waves for the C or for the Y here, W, X, and Y. And that means, of course, you want to simply continue toward the downside, whether it is double 1, 2, or whether it is zigzag, correction, zigzag, or impulse here. Yeah? So it doesn't matter. 3 waves up, moving down, right? If we move closer on the 2 hours chart, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, 1.27 for wave 3. Now, normally when this happened, you would like to see, of course, an extended wave 5, meaning the wave 5 should be longer than the wave 3. If this is happening right now, that would be great, right? It would be an awesome scenario. However, this impulse itself, which it took already the high, it did not finish yet. It still needs, of course, a wave 5. And that's why I'm seeing potentially this wave 5 of 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 might be very extended. This is a question. If this happened, that would be nice. You will get a little bit extended wave 5, which it might be a little bit longer than your wave 3. That would be nice. Okay, 1-to-1, $1.23 for FET would be nice. On the lower time frame, even more on the micro, horrible. I'm sorry, guys, but it's a little bit not nice. Okay, it's not showing it's not showing impulsive structure. Okay, this is a problem. Now this is looking like kind of an impulse, but it can be as well like WX and a Y. You know, it's not very clear. Unless, of course, we see double 1, 2s here, and after big 1, 2, I don't know. But as I said, it's a fat ass. Right? So I think that we still bullish. We did not took the invalidation anyway. You're still in a bullish scenario. You are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now something else is unfolding. I don't know what it is. Is it, of course, a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then wave 2, and then wave 3? You know, it's slow, like not like any other coin. I don't know why, but it is bullish. It is impulsive. It's moving on, but still slow. Okay, the momentum is slow for it. All right, so injective, 1 hour 25. Okay, injective, for example, this guy is not bad at all, but I mean, look here at the micro. You got the low here. Now you start to see something clearer that it might, of course, unfold. You see like higher low, higher low, higher low, you know, and higher high at the same time. So it is showing some nice movement, right, and giving some direction, right, towards the upside. Okay, so okay, sorry, looking at Sui again. So annoying. All right. So let's move with daily for injective. Very nice chart again. Very nice chart. Now the difference with this chart than FET and render. No, it's like render. It's almost like render. What do I mean is that you have a clear impulses, okay? This is what I mean with it. Giving a higher potential for double 1-2s like render, okay? While FET potentially has a leading diagonal and then double 1-2 here, rather than an impulse, right? And this is a difference with when I estimate the strengths also of each coin, which one is much more, much more volatile and much more, it has more activity. Yeah, so injective is one of them because you see, of course, impulses as 1-2, 1-2. Now probably, of course, it can be a leading diagonal, but you would like to see an impulse as well for a wave 5, because if you start in an impulse, a diagonal, you have to continue all of them, the 1, the 3, and the wave 5 should all of them be impulses. Yeah. And also, sometimes even the wave 2 and the wave 4 can be impulses at the same time in a leading diagonal. Yeah. And sometimes one of them can be an impulse, like this one has a potential of an impulse, but okay, the wave here is horrible. And then the wave 4 can be corrective. Very complicated when it comes to a diagonal as an impulses. A little bit complicated, the most complicated one maybe. All right, so basically, leading diagonal is a potential. You would like to see, of course, an impulse. A, B, and a C finished wave A. You're looking for a wave B, and then you're looking for a wave C after it. Okay, this is your second bullish scenario. And then your final ultimate bullish scenario, which is the double 1-2s. Yeah? Wave 3 explosive and massive toward the upside. Bearish scenario, you finish 3 waves down. You would like to see 3 waves up and then wave C simply toward the downside. Okay. Indication for the bearish, of course, is being corrective on the lower time frame. So let's go get some answers on the lower time frame. On the lower time frame, we see 2 possibilities. Whether we have double 1-2s, you're looking at a wave 3 short, 1.27, and then you're looking at a wave 4, blue box now hit perfectly at 0.38. We start to see retracement, we already saw it, and you're moving continuation towards the upside for 545. Okay. Otherwise, you are in 3 waves for zigzag in a wave A, wave B expanding flat. You're looking here potentially to an impulse or W, X, and a Y. Be careful. Zigzag, correction, zigzag. W, X, and a Y would bring us to a wave C, right? Or ABC, or W, X, and Y, which is corrective, which it bring us back down. So we have to be careful. All right. But I cannot say we are bearish yet, right? We are still very, very bullish. Now on the lower time frame, okay, I'm gonna check, guys. You just told me Bitcoin touch 100K. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking for higher, guys. Hopefully this is a low. Obviously can be the low, and you will see a momentum for higher, so it should continue for higher. Let's take a look at BTC. Okay, but it didn't took the high yet. It didn't took the high. You're still inside the triangle, right? Invalidation of triangle for Bitcoin, well, is taking this high, okay? Invalidation of triangle meaning confirmation for higher prices. All right. That was for injective. Let's see the last ones, which are a band. BITUNIX, AKG. Does render have the same issue? Like SOE for leading diagonal instead of wave 2 on the 1 hour time frame. Okay. Look, SOE shows much more strength than render, definitely. I'm gonna show you the difference. Now on render, you see of course a clearer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you see a clearer one, right? Which it can be of course a leading diagonal. But on SOE, for example, what is strong is directly an impulse here, and everything going on here is simply corrective. Okay, and still looking for higher. This is a difference. Yeah, but like when you see direct impulse rather than leading diagonal, which is like slowly moving up, this is different, right? But both are bullish still. Yeah. If that's the case, we would only have a wave C to come and then more downside. Yeah, on SOE, the only bearish scenario left here is one more leg for diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I doubt it because the wave 3 looks a little bit longer than wave 1. Plus an A, B, and a C. Well, it can be possible, yes. Okay. As scale and momentum and timing, it can be, yes. For render, if you're moving down more, what would be the scenario? It's different. Okay. It is very, very complex structure, but it is totally different. W, X, and a Y. Your wave Y can be a zigzag, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay. Horrible. Already very complex here also. 1, 2, 3, 4 interfering. I don't know. I mean, this should be an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because everything looks fine. Leading diagonal in the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and a 5, right? The only problem is the intersection of wave 4 and wave 1. This is my problem. It's a rule, and I cannot break it. Therefore, it goes very corrective. And you're already potentially in WX and a Y. And moving for higher, okay? Because I cannot break the rules, of course. All right, so band. Let's see, band crypto. Okay, if you have questions, guys, you can just already pose it, and because we're gonna end up soon the live stream. Band. Sorry, man. It's so bad. It's a bad coin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. A, B, and a C. Very deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You should have bottomed. Okay, you should have bottomed. where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And then A, B, and a C as an expanding flat here you're looking at, and you have a finished ending, big, huge ending diagonal. Horrible. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. Okay, so this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now it can be also differently taken like this. It can be 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exactly. Preferably, yes, this is your way 3 brackets. All right, and that means you have potentially bottomed here, and on the daily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. Potentially 1, 2, 3, 4 interfering or not. Even if not interfering, that is very low. It's not nice to see, but yeah, it has interfered. You see it? And that means, of course, it's corrective, or double 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, triple 1, 2, sorry, which is very low possibility. Therefore, your potential high possibility here is A, B, and a C, or W, X, and a Y, meaning one more leg toward the upside, okay, in all case scenario. All right, that is for a bend. That was at 1 hour, I think, 30, right? Quantum, I think, is it the right name that I'm saying, Quantum? K2M. Okay, it should be USD, not NASDAQ. Crypto. Already horrible one. Okay, guys, any question? Sorry for Quantum, it's very bad chart. Okay, not interesting to see. So yeah, let's finish with see Bitcoin as well, what is doing on the lower time frame again. Okay, still very corrective on 15-minute chart. 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then moving for lower potentially. Okay, so nothing yet on Bitcoin as well. Don't forget we are on a weekend door, and we might, of course, start to range sideways very soon. Yeah, so yeah, because the markets start to close right now in few hours. You're very welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes, and thank you for your kind words. See you in the next one. Bye bye.